Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Today I want to expose something to you that you might not have seen anywhere else on the internet, okay? And it has to do with the ICT turtle soup. Yes. Now the thing is, do you know that the bottom of a fair value gap is a potential turtle soup position? Alright, I'm going to show it to you, but the thing is, you are not going to be placing a pending order at the bottom of your fair value gaps because I said it's a potential turtle soup position. Instead, what you do is you wait for markets to get to the bottom of the fair value gap, then you drop down to a lower time frame to monitor and study exactly what price is doing. So if you see price closing in your direction, then it's time to look for an entry opportunity in order to ride the wave in the other direction. Okay, so basically I'm going to show you some examples so that you understand what I mean. A fair value gap is a gap for a reason, so it's going to be filled at some point. But what we see happening sometimes is that price come into the fair value gap but does not fill it. Price does not feel it most times. It just touches the fair value gap, then moves in the direction it is supposed to go. Okay, but at some point in future, it's going to come back to the bottom of the fair value gap. When it comes back to the bottom of the fair value gap, two things can happen. It can either go past it as though the fair value gap is not there. That's after filling it up. Then if it does not do that, the second thing it's going to do is to turn it into a turtle soup position. Okay, so this I want to show you now is when it's turned it into a turtle soup position. Now look at this arrow. It's pointing at a candle that formed the fair value gap. So let me show it to you quickly. Okay, so now I have my fair value gap, and you can see this is the bottom of the fair value gap. This is the bottom boundary of the fair value gap. So this is exactly where we are going to be monitoring. Okay, so I'll show you what happened when price came there. You can see price tapped on the fair value gap here, gave us a reaction. This is the ideal fair value gap entry where you place your pending order just at the top in order for price to come tap it and go. But it is called a gap, so at some point it's going to be filled. Okay, so look at this. See how perfectly price filled the fair value gap, respecting the bottom wick completely. Now if someone enters here, this is a turtle soup position. Turtle soup because you are entering at the tip where price is reversing, and it's going to be a crazy reversal. So look at what happened. See all the buy trades you would have caught, far bigger than the fair value gap entry initially. Look at all the buy trade you would have caught to the upside. Look at this. This is crazy. You would have made a whole lot of money with this particular system. Okay, so let me show you another example. So what I was trying to say before I show you the other example, what I was trying to say is that does not mean you should come and place a pending buy order here. No, don't do that. If you do that, if price decides to do the other thing it could do at this position, you might just lose money. Okay, and what is the other thing? Price could come, fill it up, and decide to continue going down. Probably it's on a full-blown reversal, so it's going to fill it up. First objective. Second objective, it will continue on its journey to take out liquidity. Okay, so do not place a pending order. What you should do as a smart trader is allow price get to that level. Depending on where you drew your fair value gap, if you drew it on the 1 hour, you can drop down to 5 minutes. These 15 minutes charts, so you can drop down to as low as 1 minute to study what is going on. So when you see an MSS market structure shift, then you can enter to ride the wave in the upwards direction. So this is another example I have for you right here. So you can see a fair value gap formed. Okay, where is the second horizontal line? I want to draw my fair value gap. Okay, so my fair value gap is beautifully drawn, and you know, conventional fair value gap entry, you would have entered here, it moved in the upwards direction, but that's not what I'm talking about in this video. I'm talking about turtle soup, that soup that is prepared at the bottom of a fair value gap. Good. Now it's a gap for a reason. Like I said, look at where price got to and pushed up. So there is still space below this point, and that space, there's a lot of liquidity there, so price will want to come there to fill it up completely, and that's where the turtle soup come into play. See what happened? Price came in, filled it up, and pushed in the upwards direction. So let me show you the trade you would have caught with that. Look at all these upwards movements. Everything here is the trade you would have caught with that particular move. So if you have any question, you can ask in the comment section. If you got any value, please subscribe and turn on the notification bell. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.